Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Blue Podcast. We're back with another Purple Show.
Woo! Yes, we are.
I am your host, Henry Slabhead Neil. For fuck's sake, fuck off! Stop adding to it.
That's how it's always been.
We've got Tom McManaman, the animal. We've got Isaac. I forget what did we call you, Isaac?
Exotic Isaac.
Exotic Isaac.
Exotic Isaac.
Tiger King. Anything.
We have little Jimmy Lloyd Hasselbank over there.
Why the little? We didn't need to.
I know I'm 5'8", man. Don't need to like, come on.
The little was not necessary. That little was not necessary.
2 weeks on the trot, I've been violated. What was it last week? I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. Yours was like brain bugs.
Yeah,
it was that, but in just a more offensive way.
It was like he was insulting you for being better.
Okay.
Basically, yes.
And Henry.
And Mr. Chill Jamie. I don't know which one I'd prefer, but some kind of like chill.
I said
chill
I'm
man.
fair enough. I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it from what I thought it could have been. So we'll go there.
Down that
He's
road.
scared. Henry's scared.
It's the one I used last week.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
It's the one I used last week, and I think it fits personally.
We're all friends.
Obviously, we're back with another Purple Show. We're going to talk European football. We're going to go around the leagues. Just a little bit of housekeeping. So I need to take a couple of minutes first of all. Unfortunately, we have lost Carlos for 6 months. He's gone to chase an opportunity in Spain, so we wish him all the best in Madrid. So we wish him all the best with that, but he won't be with us for 6 months, unfortunately. So Lloyd will be taking his spot as La Liga representative for the time being, and then we'll see what
6 months
happens.
is a long time, so
yes.
I'm ready for this.
Probably
majority of the season.
The thing is, right, as soon as he gets used to it, Carlos comes back.
Exactly.
As soon as he'll get used to it, Carlos is back.
I came back after a week.
Maybe
Changed my
to
mind.
the Brazilian league when he gets back. I'll do it. Brazilian league. Come on, that's literally what I know.
And Dan hasn't left us, but he is unfortunately busy today and he couldn't make it. So Isaac has agreed to step back into the fold for an episode.
Quickly brushing up on my Italian football.
Yeah, he's going to cover the La Liga. Cover Serie A in my nice Fiorentina shirt there. Perfect. So let's get cracking right into it then. That's just a little bit of housekeeping we had to cover. Who's first? It is Lloyd. Lloyd's first.
Oh, amazing.
Talk to us about what happened in La Liga this week.
Barcelona are absolutely on fire. They're playing absolutely ridiculous football. They're probably the best team in Europe right now. In terms of the way that they are playing, it is... Yeah, I mean 7-0, smacking the team 7-0. I mean Manchester City, of course, very very good team, but and they are better than Barcelona. But right now on form, they are the best team in Europe, and the stats back that up. Rafinha, incredible game he had. I think he got 3 goals and an assist, and he's not missing Gundogan's departure. I really thought that would have affected them, but it seems like it's not really so far. I think it will in the future, to be honest, because I think he's such an important player for them. He was their best player last season, without doubt. But I think as of right now, they look really, really good under Flick. Like Lewandowski looks like he's back to his early days, but what we saw at Bayern when he was under Flick, getting all those goals and assists. He got a goal and assist in the game. They're top of the table by 4 points at the minute. Real Madrid, Real Madrid have drawn 2 out their opening 4. They did beat Real Betis, and Mbappe finally scored a goal after having 25 shots before he scored his first goal. So he got a brace in the game against Real Betis, and Real Madrid they're not clicking, which is so interesting. It reminds me of PSG.
I think
exactly.
It's expected though.
Yeah,
but they have so many was it Camavinga's out? Mendy's out.
They've got some players missing,
Carvajal's suspended.
Bellingham's out.
Yeah.
Bellingham's out now. Obviously, you've got players that come in, like Gyokeres come in, and obviously he's class.
Yeah.
But again, if you've got that amazing starting 11 and you're missing some players,
it's ego as well. It's just ego.
Oh,
right?
definitely, yeah.
A bit like PSG, as you mentioned.
Well, yeah, I think that's why they never really worked it out, But as for Real Madrid, they're sort of... I think they're going to get better as the season goes on, and they probably will end up in a Champions League final like they do every year, it seems like at this point.
Winning it, not even the
yeah,
final,
exactly. It's absolutely insane what they do. Atletico Madrid won 1-0 at the San Mamés against Athletic Club, 92nd minute winner from Correa, so massive 3 points for them. Athletic Club really not started the season well, 4 games, 4 points. They're really struggling. Last season they made the home ground like a fortress. Very difficult to get a result there, even a draw. But yeah, they just don't seem too on it. Like Nico Williams, since the Euros, has not really clicked necessarily too much.
Do you think he's wanting that move to Barcelona?
Yeah, I believe so, because like the first game when they played against Getafe, he was on the bench, he didn't even start, and they drew that game at home 1-1, which, yeah, it's not a great result.
No.
Simple as that. But, yeah, I think they will eventually push on again, but I don't think they'll have as good a season as they did last year, because they just seem to be...
Is it still Ernesto Valverde?
I believe so, it is, yeah.
Because he seems to be a pretty competent coach, so I expect him to move it on. It might be a case where you have to kind of get rid of Nico. If he's affecting the dressing room and affecting morale, that might be something to
yeah,
consider.
potentially.
Do you think that was because I saw all the stuff come out about how he decided to stay, his brother had convinced him to win one more thing with the teams together. Do you think that was a saving face from both him and Barcelona, because Barcelona couldn't afford him, and he really wanted the move?
Yes.
And to make it better when he does move,
it was a
next
publicity
year.
stunt, really.
Yeah.
Just saying,
Yeah.
you know what, I've decided to stay for this year.
Yeah.
Next year, if Barcelona don't have the money, probably would be the same thing. Let's be honest, realistically.
Yeah.
It
Or
makes
Chelsea
sense.
game.
I was going to say go to the Premier League and like he'll get his move next summer.
Arsenal's really interested. I'm surprised they didn't actually put in an offer. But I know Arsenal wanted him.
Well, they've ended up with Sterling obviously in the end, but we might maybe next summer we see Sterling go back to Chelsea, and then obviously
It could change, yeah.
you
Could go anywhere at
invest.
this point, realistically. So
Yeah. I mean, Girona, they beat Sevilla 2-0 away from home, and Abel Ruiz got a goal. He seems to be doing pretty decent for them. I think he bought him from Braga, I think it was in the summer. And Brian Hill, he did not get a goal or an assist, but he actually looks really good. Like, at Tottenham, obviously, like, couldn't get a kick, could he, at all? But now, sort of like playing on that left-hand side, and it seems like Michel, he gets the best out of his players. It seems like no matter who they lost, Savio this summer, Dovbyk, loads of these key crucial players, but they still seem to play the same sort of football. Maybe not to the same level, but very, very close to what they were. And when Liverpool play them away in the Champions League, that's going to be a tough away day, to say the least. I'm not looking forward to that, to be totally honest, because that'll be a tough game. But as of that, there was a couple of other draws in other games. I mean, Las Palmas drew to Real Madrid that week before. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, not really too much. I mean, Real Sociedad are struggling. They're also on 4 points. Yeah, and of course Zubimendi's there, so like, he's not doing well. And obviously he didn't join us, so I'm sort of a little bit on a hate watch at times, I'd say. Probably like don't want them to do too well. But yeah, they're struggling. But as of right now, I mean, Barcelona, they're just unreal. The way they're just taking teams apart, it's really impressive.
Who's in second place?
Real Madrid in second with 8, Atletico in third with 8 points. Villarreal have had a good start to the season. I know they lost Sorloth, but like to Atletico, which is a massive loss.
But they added some Nicolas Pepe went in there, Willy Campbell.
Yeah, so they've recruited well. So they've recruited well, so they're up there. And yeah, I mean, Sevilla still no win for Carlos, unfortunately, after 4 games. So not the best start. But
maybe might start supporting Fluminense a bit more now. Might have to
we'll do a Carlos watch every week and just see how we'll check up and see how.
Progressively gets more angry and frustrated
based on how Sevilla have performed. But
how's Julio Alvarez started? Because he's moved from City.
He's not.
As far as I know, it hasn't been great, has it?
No, he's not hit the ground running. He's not got a goal or an assist so far. He's been sort of in and out of the team. I mean, Griezmann didn't even start like away from home, which I thought was really surprising. But yeah, he was on the bench, so he came off from the bench. And
the effect of losing João Felix for that team is going to be pretty big.
But they hadn't had him in a while anyway.
I know, but he wasn't their standout player. But I think it just worked in their system.
Yeah.
For me, I think whenever I watched them, when he did play, I felt like he was more important than Griezmann at times.
Yeah.
Losing him, I don't think they're going to be as good as we think.
It's not the kind of team that Simeone likes to play with. He likes his very all-out defensive tactics, and I think there are players in there that battle like DePaul, Gallagher, Llorente, that he will try and build his team around, and not the creative types.
100%.
He doesn't have one or two.
I think that's why he worked, though, because he was one of the few creative players. I think that's why it stood out, because the team was so well defensively. It falls to him. Done. I don't know if Junior Alvarez can, because Felix is more of a centre forward. He can kind of drop back and actually create something. I don't know if Alvarez can bring that. I think that's what they're going to miss.
Barely played out and out striker for us.
Yeah.
I mean, he did
That's what I
well when he did. Like, there was a match, I think it was against Liverpool, where he scored a couple.
Yeah.
Yes.
while
He's
Haaland
he's
was
gonna
out.
He's bringing
He
remember
made
that?
memories.
4-1, that was, yeah.
He played out wide for you guys, didn't he?
Yeah, less. More as a more
Almost
while
like
De Bruyne was
number
out.
10.
He was playing in that
Yeah,
10
or
role,
that's
so
what-
like
yeah.
a second striker. That's the thing that Atletico have.
Yeah, because him and Foden were interchange.
Yeah.
And I just think because the very typical Atletico is like 2 banks of 4 and 2 strikers.
Yeah.
He's not an out-and-out striker for me, and I think that's where they're going to struggle. Because at least Felix could kind of create between the two.
I mean, maybe you could see a move to a more of a like Palace play a kind of 3-4-3. Have that because they're playing a 3 at the back.
They are at
Yeah.
the moment,
So
yeah.
instead, you have Griezmann and Alvarez sitting behind a more physical
Well,
striker.
yeah,
Even
they
a
had
3-5-2 just
they
allows it.
had Gallagher actually playing an attacking midfielder, and Griezmann
What?
did start that game.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
it was the game against Espanyol when he was on the bench, so I got those two mixed up.
I think a 3-5-2 works perfectly for that system with either a CDM or a cam,
Yeah.
and then working with the 2 strikers. Where you
Yeah.
have 2 outside
But that system
strikers.
wouldn't allow you to have Alvarez and Griezmann because I feel like they
I
operate
think
in
it
very
would.
similar
A
spots.
3-5-2 would be
I think
perfect.
I'm baffled to see why they did not start Sorloth, because he had a really good start. He got a couple goals against Villarreal on the opening weekend, and then they benched him, and he came on and got the assist for the winner. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
you know, I'm quite surprised that Simeone's dropping him because he's a quality
I
player.
don't know what the logic is for Simi. I don't know where his mind goes sometimes, but maybe we see him let his era come to an end. At some
Yeah, I think if you want to play that, I think you'd play 3 at the back, 4 in midfield,
point.
play Griezmann as a cam, and then Sorloth and Alvarez. I think if you want 2 out-and-out strikers, it's the only way you can do
Yeah.
it.
Griezmann had a
Oh,
bad summer with France.
Terrible.
That's what I mean.
It was
Like,
shocking,
it was-
wasn't it?
yeah, and
it
I
was
think
really poor.
for how he finally like redeemed himself. Well, he redeemed himself at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
100%.
then when he went back to Atletico,
Oh,
it
it's
was like, oh, this is
unbelievable.
why
Oh,
Barcelona
yeah.
paid £100 million for him.
Yeah.
I think centre forward is his best role. I
Yeah.
think that's the only way. Him in between the 2 strikers.
Well, he was
will be
a
the
left
best.
wing out striker and 10. And I think under Simeone, his best time recently has been the way he kind of said, okay, screw playing on the left, screw playing up front, let me play in the 10 and really master that
That's
role.
what I mean. Yeah, centre forward. That's what he
I
does
think,
best.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why France actually struggled so much, because he's so pivotal to Deschamps' team. Like, he builds the team not around Mbappe, he builds the team around Griezmann. And the fact that, you know, he was playing so poorly in the opening games and he got dropped showed you how much of a stinker he had in the tournament.
Yeah, but France had a poor tournament, which I enjoyed watching. But let's not talk about France because this isn't the show that talks about Ligue 1. Let's move on to the German league, which is me. We have something to talk about this week because we've actually played some games.
Yes.
We actually played 2 in the last week. So that's, actually, to be fair, it has been 2 weeks. Actually thinking about
Yeah.
it. But, I want to start off by talking about the team who is top of the table, and it's not the team you'd expect. It's FC Heidenheim, who won the Bundesliga 2 seasons ago, and then last season we didn't mention them much, but they did finish a solid 8th place and got Conference League qualification.
They're playing Chelsea, aren't they? I
Are they?
I think they're playing Chelsea.
I think they're going to have to play Chelsea. I'm pretty sure.
Let me have a quick
Okay.
look.
So I'm
Such
pretty
legends
certain.
as Olympiaj Lumberg, I'm not pronouncing that, Paphos FC,
Noah.
Hearts, and then Chelsea, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
And they've got a couple of tricky fixtures in there with Istanbul, I believe, is in there as well. It's a great start to the season from them. They have scored 6 goals in 2 games and conceded none.
Brilliant.
Who have they
including-
played?
They stuck 2 past St. Pauli, which is, to be fair,
Right.
an easy fixture.
Yeah, St. Pauli
That's
Fair.
where,
But then
that's
they
where
went
Herzog
to-
come from. Yeah.
They had Augsburg rocked up and they smacked 4 past them
Augsburg. Away from home or at home?
at home. It was away, 2-0 win away to St. Pauli and then obviously at home against Augsburg 4-0.
4.
So
It's like Ipswich doing staying up, getting that, and then slapping
it's-
someone. That's crazy.
it's not a big boy. They're not big boys. So
No.
it's games.
No.
If you want to qualify for Europe and you want to have a good season, you have to be beating these teams.
Yeah.
So it's fair enough. But the standout player is young Paul Vanna, who you may know and you may know
I've heard of him.
as
yeah.
a football manager
Yeah.
legend.
Yeah.
This guy is always their next big thing coming out of Bayern Munich. And they've given him a Bundesliga loan this season. He's playing in the 10 for Heidenheim in 2 games, 2 goals and 1 assist.
Yeah.
And he's their best player by a long shot.
Augsburg is a hard game as well.
Well, yeah,
Augsburg is
they've been around in the Bundesliga for a while. They've never really gone ahead and pushed for Europe, but they always just sit around mid-table.
It's a
Don't
bit like a Palace kind of.
yeah,
Consistently there.
they don't go down, but they never,
Consistently
challenge for
To be
Europe.
fair, this is only their second season in the Bundesliga in recent times. I'll just quickly get up their league form actually because I have it here.
Well,
They were in the
I don't
Bundesliga
mind.
3 as recently as 2013-14. And that was their I believe that was their first. They came out of Bundesliga 3 into Bundesliga 2. And that was their first time in the Bundesliga 2, as far as I'm aware. At least in terms of like recent memory.
Yeah.
I think
So-
they've won a Bundesliga before, haven't they? I'm pretty sure.
Not that I can see. They won one
Historically,
Bundesliga
no?
2 and then one Bundesliga 3. So it may be that this app hasn't got the like really old.
Oh, so I
statistics.
think the olden team, because I think it's split between two teams.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think one of the olden teams won one of the
Yeah,
German leagues,
okay.
or a League Cup or something like. They
Yeah.
won something pretty big.
But in terms of recent memory, yeah, a Bundesliga 2 a couple of years ago, and then before that, a Bundesliga 3, and obviously steady in League 2, and then got the promotion now, steady in the Bundesliga. So a great start from them. I'm sure they'll drop off, unfortunately, but a good start. The other teams to do well, the other two teams to win both of their opening games are Bayern Munich and RB Leipzig. So another solid start. You're looking at the likes of Openda starting very good with a couple of goals. Florian Wirtz for Bayer Leverkusen getting a couple. Kramaric has scored 4 already. So
Two. Wow.
for Hoffenheim.
He didn't do very well in the Premier League for Leicester, did he, all those years ago? But he seems to be banging it.
He seems to know how to operate in Bundesliga.
A European player, really.
Obviously, won one of those games and lost one of those games, Hoffenheim, but interesting.
Oh, have you done that then? He scored 4 in 2, and then you lost one of them.
I don't know if it was a hat trick. Let me have a quick look. He
You
lost 3-1 and got the only goal against Frankfurt, and then won 3-2 against Holstein Kiel, and where he scored a hat trick.
Right. Oh Lord, yeah. I was going to say, if you score a hat trick and still lose the game, you've got to leave the team.
And it
Like
looks like
Mbappe in the FA World Cup
World Cup
final.
final.
they went 2-0 up, conceded, scored the third, and then conceded again. So it wasn't actually as bad as it. 3-2 obviously sounds like it's a close game. It wasn't actually that close game.
Right.
Hoffenheim doing okay. My beloved BVB looking okay. Moved to a 3 at the back under Nuri Sahin, if you remember
That's
the
so
name.
interesting.
Yeah.
He flopped so hard for us. He came on loan for 1 season and did nothing under Brendan Rodgers.
Is that his first managerial job?
No, it
the
isn't.
first big managerial job.
He
sorry.
managed in Turkey for a season and then became BVB assistant last year.
Okay.
Right. So his
under-
first proper big
under
managerial job.
Terzic. Terzic. I'm happy Terzic is gone. His football wasn't fun to watch, and he got a lucky run.
Champions League final.
He got a lucky run to the Champions League final where it made him look better than he was. He was never that
Who did
great.
Dortmund play against in that run? I can't even remember.
I can't
who
remember, but it
I can't
wasn't
even remember who they
They
played
would've-
against.
It was Atletico Madrid. I remember one round.
They beat PSG
Yeah.
home and away.
Oh wow!
Yeah, was it
Chelsea.
They beat they beat PSG home and away in the semi-final. They then
It was Atletico Madrid before that.
I want to play Atletico Madrid,
Mhm.
and then
I really can't remember.
Neither can I. But already their best player is Pascal Gross.
Yeah, he's
Already
unbelievable.
surprised.
He's unbelievable.
He's just
footballer.
the most consistent man I've ever seen, especially given how old he is. Like the fact that he's become this good so old is
I
amazing.
love players who discover they can play football at 31.
fine.
It is funny.
Such an
I
interesting
love it when
signing
the
when they
kids,
bought
but
him
yeah, it's
from
a good
Brighton.
story. You've got Kobel, who seems to just be as good as he always was. Sula seems to be back to his best. He seems to have lost the weight, and he's now playing in the middle of a back 3, which is where he's always thrived. That's why Bayern bought him originally, to play a back 3 with I forget who it was, Pavard and Hernandez.
Yeah, because he's quick for a big lad. Like he is.
He's very physically imposing.
I mean,
that's the word.
even last season when he had his, let's just say, fitness issues,
Mhm.
he had that bit with literally like chasing Mbappe and got a goal line clearance against PSG.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like he kept them in, and he was obviously being panned very
Got it. So
heavily
got
for
it
this.
here. Dortmund had PSV beat 3-1 on aggregate. Then had Atletico that they beat 5-4.
Mhm.
Then PSG was 2-0 and then lost the final.
It was a good.
So
it was
it's a
good
good
tactics
run,
against PSG, but
yeah.
again, PSV and Atletico Madrid aren't the hardest of teams to.
No.
Atletico a little
I think
bit more,
5-4
But
against Atletico Madrid is really good.
To
I disagree.
To
Yeah.
be honest, I still would have thought that like looking at Dortmund's squad in comparison to PSG, they've got Luis Enrique. He's a bloody good manager.
I would expect
Yeah.
PSG to have.
Yeah, so
slapped them.
I'd say Dortmund
okay,
overachieved to get to that final.
I made a bet with my
looking
friend
at the
and won it.
performances in the Bundesliga themselves, the Dortmund were pretty poor under him, and a lot of people didn't like the tactics.
I think they focused on that Champions League run. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
Last season they would have focused on that more than the league.
Well, actually, they didn't even qualify for the Champions League
That's my point.
in the Bundesliga, which is upsetting. Looking at the rest of the team, the best player so far has been Jamie Boyno Gittins, who seems to finally broke into the team. 2 goals already, playing a kind of left wing back role. It's very defensive because you've got the likes of Marcel Sabitzer playing as the 10, who isn't the most attacking. He's progressive, but he isn't an attacking midfielder. He plays deep a lot.
Yeah.
And Julian Brandt, who
Did you see him for Austria? It was
but then again, Alaba plays as it goes from like a defender to a midfielder for Austria. They have to play the people further forward.
He was very good as an attacking midfielder.
I'm not saying he's a bad
so-
player. I'm just saying your attackers aren't starring currently. Bayer has come in from Hoffenheim as a young striker. Obviously, Mokoku going the other way, not the other way, but leaving as this guy comes in. It's missing some attacking flair, I feel. Adeyemi's still to come back in. Brandt, I think, consistent, hard-working, not the most prolific goal
Brandt
scorer.
at one point was meant to be like the next best thing.
He was Havertz
just
before Havertz.
didn't happen.
He killed Sane at City.
Yeah.
Like that summer when he went to the World Cup ahead of Sane, and he shouldn't have because Sane had. Was in my opinion City's best player that season.
He was, 100%.
And that killed his confidence.
Yeah.
And because it was when Lowe was in charge of Germany, and he didn't like taking non-Bundesliga players.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, I remember Klopp wanted Julian Brandt instead of Mo Salah, and Michael Edwards said to Klopp,
No,
get Mo Salah.
It wasn't him. I swear it
Get Mo
was
Salah
not Marco Asensio. It was the other one. It was Julian Draxler, I swear.
No, because Draxler was linked with Arsenal.
Yeah,
for
it was
ages.
He really
Then
wanted
went
Brandt.
off to
Klopp-
Klopp, then went off to
Klopp
PSG.
Really wanted Brandt.
Yeah. But he hasn't got the pace.
No, because Draxler went off to PSG.
He did.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was similar. I think he may have looked at both. I don't know. I remember the story in my head is
Yeah,
always
Asensio was
went for
linked at some
Draxler
stage.
and then said, actually, no, let's have Salah instead.
And
We were linked with Draxler. I think that was a year or two before.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
I
But
think
yeah,
because Arsenal were linked, then Liverpool were,
Yeah.
and then Liverpool wanted, I want to say Isco at one point,
Yeah.
and then
maybe,
when,
yeah, I do remember that.
and then it was Salah.
Yeah, and we had
Yeah.
Nabil Fekir in the Liverpool kit, didn't we? And then he failed the medical.
Oh,
so
yeah. Forgot about that.
Forgot about
He had almost signed, and then
Yeah.
He'd have been good.
Well, he was the Coutinho replacement.
Yeah.
That was the plan.
Jesus. Well, that didn't go very well.
you got Sane instead. That was Mane, sorry.
Yes,
and then
yeah.
look
Well,
how that turned.
Not
out.
going to complain about getting Mane. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Not bad.
No worries. So that's the Bundesliga for this week. We'll see how Dortmund do going forward. But let's move on to our guest host today doing Serie A.
So
Take away,
I've quickly done some revision. Don't follow the Italian league too closely because, in general, I find Italian football to be it's just not the best. Like the national team, they do well. They've got a good machine running, but table so far looking Juve giving into a good run.
Yeah.
Both equal on point and goal difference at the top of the table. Seem to be the only teams that are actually managing to score goals. I mean, Napoli actually have got a few, but they've just defensively been quite poor. Lost 3-0 against Hellas Verona a couple of weeks ago.
I was going to mention that.
But since I think getting Osimhen out has sort of maybe fixed their sort of attitude
It's a
and
dressing
stuff.
room thing, really.
Getting Lukaku in,
Yeah.
Conte no longer kicking up a stink.
Can I just point out, Lukaku has literally played for every top team in Italy. Like, this guy must be hated.
He never played for AC.
Apart
Right.
from Juve, right?
Juve Ace. No,
He
Not
played
Juve.
for
Nearly went to Juve.
That's my point.
Inter, Roma, Napoli.
That's
Is that it?
Yeah, but he's just trying to go through every team that's going to hate him.
It's like
what is
Sterling.
what is going on? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But he came on off the bench, replaced Raspadori, who I think, it's going to be a permanent switch. Raspadori has not been kicking it this season. But Lukaku came on and scored a goal in stoppage time, and they won the match.
Yeah.
Already,
They were down for the entire match, and then Lukaku scored, and then they got another goal after that. So yeah, it is. Yeah, I think he's going to fix them. Kvaratskhelia has also been playing very, very well.
Did you see his assist?
Yeah.
The Kvaratskhelia assist was incredible.
Yeah, he is. I think fits the Conte system very well. If you saw how he played for Georgia in the summer, counter-attacking football,
Yeah.
is that give him the space, and he will get the ball through players, and he will get in and score. It's sort of a bit Son under Mourinho-esque, like got that pace, not the fastest, but has the pace if you give him the space for it.
I was gassed about that Portugal game. That Georgia-Portugal game was incredible.
That was genuinely one of the only enjoyable matches of the Euros.
I think
watched.
for me it's the best game of the Euros.
Generally.
For me, it was the best game.
Yeah,
100%.
So much fun.
How's Vlahovic doing?
Good. Yeah, got a couple of goals. I think 3 and 2 so far. Got 2 against Hellas Verona. One of them was a penalty, but seems to have found his boots a bit more. Because I thought he looked like he was out.
Yeah. No, I watched that game. He was really good. Not just that, but creatively was really good in that game.
Yeah. I said Spurs really should have gone in for him last summer as a Kane replacement, and they were heavily linked with him.
Yep.
But this was because he was in really bad form, and then they sort of went.
Once again, he was going to go to Arsenal, rejected to go to Juventus, and then it didn't turn out for him.
No.
And then they stuck with him, and
no, seems to be firing again. Martinez not firing. 2 goals so far this season.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But it's fine because Thuram is picking up the mantle.
I was going to say he's got quite a few
so far.
Yeah,
Playing very well. I really rate him. And the fact they got him on a free transfer as well.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Inter had a couple of years of really questionable transfer policy, but then last summer Pavard has been excellent for him as well. He's again playing really well at the moment. Had a really bright start to the season. But the fact that they're running Pavard and Acerbi, who's 36, as their primary centre backs, but they spanked Atalanta after a little birdie predicted that they might win the league this year. We've got Brighton going down. We've got Atalanta winning the Serie A.
And you wonder why I have a go at you with your stupid football takes.
It's funny though.
But
no, to be fair,
wasn't going to be good.
Well, I didn't say Havertz wasn't going to be good. I said
he's a midfielder.
He's not going to be a striker.
Yeah.
I am amazed that no teams went in for Calhanoglu this summer, considering how many teams were after an Elite Six. Arsenal, United could have done, but again, I think as a 30-year-old, it's a risk.
I question his defensive abilities. I think he's great as a ball progressor and obviously as a playmaker, but I doubt. Is he that good? What's his defensive numbers looking like? Are we talking?
That's a quality player, isn't he?
Yeah. He's obviously quality, but obviously, I don't know how good of a defender.
I don't think he would have moved.
Yeah, 3 ball recoveries against Atalanta.
So it's okay, but
I'm not gonna lie, don't really know how to read defensive numbers, but won all of his ground duels, won all of his aerial duels. He is just consistently.
He's another one who went from was it AC to Inter?
Yeah, he was a winger there as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was
Leverkusen.
He was ridiculous as well. He was really
just
good.
Just an all-round, very good.
It's always very interesting when you see a player as they get older properly develop and change how they play to make sure that they can still play at the highest level.
Look at Thomas Muller. Look how he is still now just ridiculous, and he's gone from being a right mid to a left mid to a midfielder.
He played
striker,
up front 10, 6.
He's literally played everything.
Right, left,
centre mid.
Interesting one, because we're not looking at the French league. An interesting one on that is I saw that Angel Gomez, because he's been called up to the England squad, listed as a winger, but he is
he's a 6.
He used to be a mid.
He was a 10 for us, and he was a winger. A 10 winger for us, like a creative winger. Yeah. But he's gone to Lille and just been placed deep in midfield, and he's just a ball progressor. Yeah. And he's very good at it.
I find the same with Smith Rowe, where Smith Rowe is is he a winger? Is he a 10? He can kind of play both roles. Angel Gomez is completely opposite, where he's literally a DM who's gone as a winger.
Yeah.
Well, he was.
It's
because at United that's what he was. He was originally a winger, but he's not anymore.
Yeah, but so was
it's been a long time since he's done that.
What was his name? Maitland-Niles?
Yeah.
Was a centre midfielder, right back. Then right winger
at United as well.
10 moved to a 6.
Then a right winger at one point as well.
Maitland-Niles wanted to play in midfield, I think, if I remember correctly.
And
then he was doing quite well at wing back at the time, and then he wanted to play midfield.
Went to Lyon.
He has no ball playing ability at all on a midfield.
Kicked up a fuss and
he's gone to Lyon and he's still playing wing back now.
Yeah.
He's still doing it.
He's going to be a wing back from now on.
Yeah, that's his role. That's what he does.
Outside that, Barella having a great season again. I forget he's 27, but he is. I am amazed that he has obviously Inter on a big club.
Yeah.
But every summer I see links for Barella.
Yeah.
And I'm really surprised he hasn't gone to. I saw him go to. I saw Liverpool link.
I would love him at Liverpool, but I don't think he's going to leave Inter. I think he's going to be a one man. He'll be a one. From now, he will stay.
Outside of City players, out of all the players I've watched play in a match, Barella is my favourite.
Oh really?
I watched him. I watched Inter. I don't like Italian football. I literally went to see Inter Milan last year. Inter Lazio, and Barella, just the way that he carries the ball, the ball just sticks to his foot. It's like
his dribbling ability is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's clearly a fucking amazing player, but. Does anyone else think he looks a little bit like Gollum from Lord of the Rings?
What?
His face, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
He just looks a bit odd.
What does he look? I can't even remember what Barella looks like.
His ears are a bit
like
pointy.
Gollum.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's a
Nothing like
rather
Gollum.
handsome gentleman.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Let's hype up Barella.
Mate,
Gollum.
what are you?
Where have you got that
picture?
What are you on?
You
about?
support United, a team full of rats.
No, get a recent picture because that's old. That's an old
What are
picture.
you
Get like
on
a one from like a recent game.
I don't want to hear any.
His ears are like pointy.
Let's move on.
How,
Let's move on.
is that the most outrageous take of the lot?
I think
That's worse than Brighton
That
going
is the
down.
worst.
You can tell it's that. You
what?
can tell it's that bad because I'm not even biting.
Yeah.
But
You're just disappointed. You're just disappointed.
Actually,
No,
to be fair,
don't say he's got a point.
on this smile, you can't really see his teeth, and it is a bit.
I'm not
Get
hearing
rid
it.
of the teeth.
I'm not hearing
Get
it.
rid of the
I'm
teeth.
not
Thank
hearing
you.
it.
I'm not.
His ears have got more pointy as well.
Just insulted the man. This poor guy.
I'm not hearing
guy.
it. Can we just?
He's an unbelievable. He's an unbelievable footballer. Let's leave it at that.
Let's get back onto Serie A.
But yeah, no, I think in general, I mean, there's been at the weekend over half the matches were draws. There was literally 3 wins and like 5 or 6 draws.
Serie A loves a draw.
Well,
At one point, the whole league was like half draws.
This is what I mean with the it wasn't until they changed to because they were one of the last leagues to adopt a 3-point system.
Yeah.
And again, that was just defensive football, which is
It's a bit like almost like boring football where you look at it's all defensive.
which is why I don't think Mourinho did. Once he went back, I don't think he did very well there because so many teams do his brand of. I mean, he helped shape that brand of Italian football when he was in Inter.
Imagine Simeone in that league.
Lord, don't even put that to criminal.
But yeah,
Him into Milan. Oh,
let's not even go.
Yeah, for Allegri to be one of the most succitable managers in Italian football of all time, playing the football.
Well, yeah, and a lot of the Juve fans couldn't stand him, even though he won about 7, 8 Italian titles with him.
Well, I've heard a lot of good things about Motta from Juve fans. I think they like the total football that he plays, the attacking football.
To go from Allegri to Motta is like you're going from one end of the scale to the complete other.
Yeah,
so
him at Bologna was really good. He did really well at Bologna. And then I've got a friend who supports them, was really happy with them.
How have they done in the last couple of games?
I think they've won every one, haven't
they? I know they
drew with Roma.
They drew with Roma, didn't
they beat Verona. They looked very good in that game.
I saw the stats against Como, and I think I grazed over the Hellas Verona one, but I haven't seen the Roma.
Right.
But Bologna are on doing well.
No, because the team's been ripped to shreds.
Literally,
absolutely.
They lost Calafiore. They lost their manager. Xerxes gone.
And they haven't
There was a player on loan there as
reinvested.
well from Bayern, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I want to say you're right.
There was a player on loan at Bayern last season.
I know they had one of their key players.
Are you thinking of Xerxes?
No,
because he came from Bayern, but he was on a permanent.
Okay, might have been that one.
No, because
there was a player on loan. I swear
he officially. I think Xerxes officially played for them at that point.
Yeah.
So that was a sale.
Player.
But they did have a player on loan who had gone
from
back.
Juventus, maybe.
Either way.
Hang on, let me have a look.
I think Orsolini is their only first team player that I think is like I really rate Orsolini, but I think the rest of them don't recognise the single name on here.
Tough season inbound, it seems like.
Yeah, second bottom, if I'm not mistaken.
They got
third bottom
ahead of Venezia and Como, who actually that's one I expected Como to be kicking on with the a lot was made out of their business.
Is Alberto Moreno playing?
But they've kind of just sold.
He is.
They've just sold. They just bought older players. Like it's not really going to push them up in the league that much.
With the players in here, you've got a front two. I guess Catrone was a wunderkind and didn't do anything. But they've got Belotti up front. They've got players who know the league.
Varane's not registered because he's now injured for a long time.
I was going to say.
Oh, that's
a shame for them.
I forgot about
It's
Catrone.
not a surprise.
Was Catrone at what? No, Wolves. I want to say he was at Wolves.
Wolves. They paid like 30 mil for him, and literally he was gone by January.
He left on a free, I think.
Left on a free.
He bought out his own contract at Wolves. He didn't want to be there. He bought it out and went, I'm going to leave, and left on a free. They didn't get any money for him.
I think he had one of those shock season. A bit of a if anyone remembers Piatek.
Oh,
few years ago.
Yeah.
Who
didn't work.
No, just didn't move to AC Milan. It just wasn't. Was firing.
Can I just take us back to Bologna just very briefly, because I didn't realise how good they've done in this transfer window, considering how many players they've lost.
Yeah.
Benjamin Dominguez is there from Gimnasia in Argentina.
He's
who
great.
You know,
He is great.
Illing Jr. is there on loan from Aston Villa. Pabega is there from AC Milan on a loan deal.
Right.
Erlich, who's been solid for Sassuolo. Delinga came in from Toulouse as a striker. And they got some guy in from Atalanta, I don't really know the name. Juan Miranda is there from Betis.
I think so. Here's the issue.
And Freuler is there.
The issue is they've lost half a team and created a completely different team that hasn't gelled. And by the time they gel, the loans will go back.
Well, and the players,
the players that were left there were the players that bigger teams didn't want to sign, which then just kind of messed it up where
they're in a stuck situation, like a cycle.
Yeah, you just have to try and get the players again that you had, reset. But it's a bit like Ajax, where you're just going to lose the players at some point.
Yeah.
You are. But I think they've reinvested that money really well, and I think they will gel eventually, and some of those players will have some great resale value. So give it a couple of years, they'll be back to the top, and then Delinga can go for like 30, 40 million.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm not sure whether they will be back.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit worried because it must suck supporting a team like Bologna. You get to the Champions League and all of your players are ripped from you. I mean, how frustrating must that? Yeah, exactly.
Tell me about it.
Exactly that. You'll know that best than anyone. That must be such like a. Oh, what's the word? It's like it's a great feeling, but it's a bad feeling at the same time. Like,
it's like you just get your hopes up, and it's like, well,
that's it.
Yeah,
That's the word.
So you get your hopes up, and you know at some point it's not.
I get what you're saying, but Italiano's there, so I reckon they'll figure it out. But let's move on. I think we should probably move on. Do you want to talk Portuguese league?
I'd love to talk Portuguese league.
Go on, talk Portuguese league. Then.
Gyokeres has gone in January. Gyokeres is immense. Yeah, he has scored 7 goals already this season.
Are we looking at
four games in?
Oh, I thought that was the Chelsea. Are we talking Chelsea? Is that where he's off to? You reckon?
No, I don't know where he's going. Probably, I can see him going to like a Spanish side, or I don't think he's going to go Prem, because I think a lot of Prem sides are wising up to the fact that Portuguese league will charge you an arm and a leg more than anyone else.
Not really. Evan Nielsen left for 40 million.
I still think that's overpaying.
I don't.
For who?
Evan Nielsen.
Yeah,
he was
I think that's a really good
Solanke replacement.
It's not a bad signing.
Right, but
maybe because that's Bournemouth though.
Right, but they made what was it like 60 odd,
they made
and
20.
spent 38, I think.
Yeah.
That's 38 for a striker of that quality. He will get into the Brazil team. So great.
It's a good move.
I think that's fair. I think the thing with Gyokeres is they want like upward of 100 million.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Just
because they bought him for 30 and want upward of 100, it's not going to happen.
Also, can you guys guess how many goals the second top goal scorer has?
How many did Solanke? How many did Gyokeres?
So Gyokeres has 7.
2.
3.
I was going to say 3.
He's already scored. So it's joined between Asue and Gyokeres.
Right.
Also,
that's Sporting.
Yeah, Gonçalves.
Yeah, this is Sporting's year, isn't it?
I said this last podcast. They come out with a fire.
Yeah.
They assists. Gyokeres again, top goals and assists. Gyokeres first in 8. Then Gyokeres with 6.
Gonçalves is ridiculous.
FotMob rating, Gyokeres with a 9.01 average.
That's not even fair. That's not even fair at this point.
That's insane.
And also 7 expected goals. I'm getting to that. I'm getting to it.
I'm just making sure.
What? I haven't done my research into my league.
Was that just you admitting?
No, I haven't.
I heard that as well.
I'm just checking.
The biggest game of the weekend, and thought I hadn't looked at it.
I'm just checking.
I'm literally
scrolling down FotMob and everything is just Gyokeres, Gyokeres. Chances created 26 by Gyokeres.
They play what?
26?
4 games? Chances created in 4 games.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is a runaway.
6 big chances created by
Like one player? Nah, this is
stupid.
And then also we got Diamonde as well having a phenomenal start.
He's probably going to leave. Yeah. That's another team that might just get picked apart in the summer.
Next
summer. I see Newcastle going in for him in January because I know they were linked with him at the start of the season.
I've seen a lot of his ball playing ability, and I've seen him play in midfield a bit as well. I wouldn't sniff at him at United as a DM option. Genuinely.
No, yeah,
I think that could work quite well.
He reminds a bit of De Ligt at Ajax, where he played as almost like a DM, but it's like he's as good as a DM as he is a centre back.
I signed him as an FM player.
Also, especially because he's left-footed, I think that's important.
It's huge.
I think left-footed centre backs now.
They've got two of them.
There are.
As well.
That's my point.
Yes.
So I think left-footed centre backs, especially in the Premier League,
First and second for passes in the league.
yeah,
doesn't that surprise me?
And then we've also bear in mind Gyokeres has also missed 6 big chances as well.
mate, he could be
So
on
he
literally
could be
like
on
20
so
goals
many.
already.
Let's get into the games. Got to start with Sporting 2, Porto 0. If anything, I'd called it before the game had happened when I said that Sporting are going to win the league.
Yeah,
They're going to. I know Porto, I'm unsure if they were favourites, but obviously they won the league last season.
I'd say given their sales, no.
Yeah,
Because I said they lost their best striker.
Yeah.
They've got, what's the Iranian striker's name?
Taremi was there, but he's gone. He went
That's
to
what I was about.
Inter.
That's my
Loader?
point. They've lost another striker as well.
Loader?
Yeah, Danny Loader is their striker currently.
Ooh, okay.
Danny Loader.
Yeah.
I was looking at that and went, fuck me.
Yeah.
He's been there for a while as well. He's a Reading boy. I might
But,
know.
I've always heard that name before. I was
Yeah.
like, where was that
Yeah.
from? I was thinking in my head trying to rattle.
Sporting
Correct.
keeping their manager.
That was
Yeah.
massive.
So we've spoken a lot about the players that could get picked apart.
Their
They could
manager
lose their
will
manager
probably
as
go
Their
well.
manager easily.
Because he was linked with the Liverpool
Well,
job.
yeah, and then he went for an interview in London to go for West Ham,
Ham.
and then he turned that down. So
Well, there's a reason why. Cause
It's
they've
good.
got the other-
It's good
Yeah.
because he knows his worth and he knows that obviously he can win another title with Sporting and then go
Yeah.
to wherever he wants.
They in the
Yeah.
Europa Champions League?
Sporting, bear me, I'll find out.
going against their Champions League, and
They are Champions League. Yeah.
Yeah.
Champions. Okay.
Champo.
I was going to say, if they got Europa, I'd say they have a chance.
Lille,
but-
PSV, Sturm Graz, Man City, Arsenal, Club Bruges, Leipzig, Bologna. They could win, they could
get
qualify.
through.
They could qualify. I'd say they could qualify in like the playoff
Yeah.
set. If not, possibly then drop down to
Yeah.
Europa League and win
If
that.
they
But
can
there's
keep
24 spots that qualify out of this, so like I reckon they get top 24.
They'll be
100%.
fine.
So yeah, Porto. I think that game was so important for both their kind of motivation as well. If they'd come out of that with at least a point, I think even the players would probably go, you know what, we can probably do this. Obviously, seeing how good Sporting are, obviously. Gyokeres scored a hat-trick the Friday after we did the Wednesday upload, so literally our gold show came out during the day and the evening of that day.
Yep.
Scored 3.
Yep.
And then in the next game against Porto, I think he got goal and assist as well.
It's
So,
ridiculous.
There's a lot of.
But
there's a lot of places that-
Feel like I'm.
Famicao, 3rd place, doing very well.
Wow.
With Santa Clara behind them and
I've got a friend at Santa Clara.
Guimarães, Victoria
Guimarães.
Guimarães. Also on all 3 or 9. I think all 3 of those probably weren't expected to be in the position they are right now.
Yeah.
Granted, they haven't played particularly big sides,
right.
but they are above the likes of Braga, Benfica, and
So
Moreirense.
what happened to Benfica's last game?
They drew.
Because they have had a poor start to the season.
They
Drew.
Yeah, they drew with Moreirense.
What the inch? Okay.
And
But
they
Braga
beat
beat
Estrella
Moreirense 3-1 in the game before.
Right.
So they stopped. They left the
So-
unbeaten.
Fun fact: Estrella are the team that Bebe came from.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
that's where
Bebe
Bebe came from.
is
Bye-bye.
now the best player in Cabo Verde.
hmm
Yeah.
But it's I think the league's Sporting.
Right.
Porto will comfortably get second, although it's 4 teams on 9 points right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are still some decent players in this. I put this Benfica team above the likes of Porto. I'd say this is a better team than Porto's team
Nah, disagree.
because you're looking at likes of obviously Trubin's good, Otamendi world class, like
Otamendi's
Silva,
old
Fernandez, a left back, came from United. Don't know why we let him go.
Silva had
Di
an
Maria's still
awful
there.
Euros.
But mate, they lost to Famalicão
Koch-
already.
Koch-
That's my point.
Pavlidis,
They
They've already lost.
Was it the
Sanchez.
first game?
Leonardo's
second
there.
game. Oh, first game, first game they lost.
I think they've got good players, but it's
Yeah.
just about getting them working as a
and,
team.
and the games they've won are like
Shallow.
1-0,
yeah,
and
it's
they've
not
drawn
confidence.
as well.
I mean, they smacked Casa Pio 3-0.
Yeah, but that's Casapia.
Yeah,
That's true.
they're
stink.
missing the likes of like Abel Tarat, mate.
Abel
They're
Tarat's
missing
there.
that. No, they're missing someone like him.
Oh,
He's
man,
not still there. But
Casapia are
like,
15th.
They've got Koch. I think Koch you can do that role.
15th and how many in the league is
18.
18. Oh yeah.
And obviously, in the deal that took Luis, no, what's his name, to PSG.
Oh, Jean-Neves.
Jean-
John Evans to
Jean-
PSG. They got Bernardo Sanchez back.
Yeah,
I think and he's obviously got that spark.
He's
in
good,
him.
But he's not been
He's
playing,
not-
so he.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
let him.
Another
Well,
one
he's
kid who's
that-
just
Next to
I was
next
at
to
that Swansea
Florentine.
game when he passed it to a board.
yeah.
But I think next.
It was the board in front of us as well. So you just saw him like looking up at him and boom. And like,
I'm guessing you made a call. You were like over here. And
Yeah.
you tried to pass it to him. He was like, yeah, sure. You realised it was the wrong one.
yeah.
I think it's an engine next to Florentino Luis.
Yeah.
He'll be, but that's another one. Like I think, and this happens with Benfica, is they do really well, let a team get picked apart, and then take a couple of seasons to
Yeah.
rebuild. And
I wouldn't be surprised if they come fourth this season.
Yeah,
I think one of those three I mentioned earlier, they're looking good. When they win against kind of mid-table sides, they're winning like 2 goals.
It's comfortable.
I
Yeah,
have a
Champions League
quick
this year.
question just for the team I support in Portugal. How's Portimonense doing?
Porto minutes.
Yeah, just because I used to live in Portimao. It was my local club. Are they even in the league? I don't think.
I don't. I'm not sure they
I
are.
think they're
but-
relegated.
They may be in the
Oh,
second
no.
division.
They might got relegated last season.
Oh no. Okay, never
Like
mind.
Charles.
We're gonna cut that one out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jarvis.
Jarvis.
What
winning.
hopeless
Chavez-
team are you picking this year?
I quite like family.
Famalicão.
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 Like,
One of those three. I
You
want.
decided to pick a winning underdog this year.
Famalicão, Santa
Yeah.
Clara, and Vitória de Guimarães.
Guimarães, yeah.
Guimarães. I want one of those three to get third.
I feel like we do need to do a quick Portuguese second division update from you. Just a few
Shall I have
moments.
a look?
Just a seconds.
Yeah, no, sorry.
See how Chavez
just a
we
comment
are.
on how Chavez are doing this season.
Oh lord, I just seen it.
Oh Lord.
Oh, they're not doing
So
good.
my team are not great. My team
they're
is
on,
17?
They're on 2 points.
You are kidding me.
They're
So
on
they
2
could get
points.
yeah, 70. They're
They're in
second
relegation.
They're a relegation candidate.
Pure.
Chavez.
Chavez.
Back-to-back relegation
yeah.
coming soon.
Because of that group.
Yeah, Portimonense are doing well. That's seventh place. So they're
sixth actually.
sixth. I got seventh there.
How
Just
does
got different league tables.
Wait, that's Portimonense are sixth,
Right, yeah.
That's,
No, I've got
I'm not going crazy.
Oh,
That's
maybe
sixth.
it's like gold. Maybe they have different gold.
It's
difference
5 and
stuff.
they're
Right.
both on 5 points. Okay, it's
Right.
details.
How does
Okay.
FOTMOB have full lineups and stats for literally like Conference League South, but doesn't for the second Portuguese league?
I don't know. I have no
Second
idea.
Portuguese league is a good quality league.
Yeah, no lineups.
Because they haven't. Because the
It's bizarre.
second division Portuguese league teams don't have amazing social media managers there to do that job for them.
I mean, just use Google and you get it.
Right,
You
yeah.
got it here.
Yeah.
Right, why don't we quickly round
Let's
up
move on
with
to-
Eredivisie?
Eredivisie.
Yes. talk to us
Okay,
about it.
well, I'll start with actually 2 weeks ago. Almeida at home getting slapped 7-1 by PSV with 7 different goal scorers.
Oh,
And yeah, they're gonna win the league pretty easily. I don't want to have to admit it, but they are top. Their goal difference is 15 after 4 games. I think they've conceded 3 altogether. They're ridiculous. Honestly, I'm annoyed. Ajax are down in 12th, but
they'll be back up there.
we've only played 2 games because we missed out 2 weeks for the Europa League playoffs.
Right.
So for some reason in the Eredivisie we like to... Actually, no, we missed 1 week, sorry, because of the Europa League qualification, because we got the week off. Then our game against Feyenoord was cancelled because of they couldn't guarantee police. The police were occupied with something else, and they couldn't, they couldn't guarantee there would be enough policing. And I remember what happened last time. We trashed our own stadium because we went 4-0 down in 20 minutes. So yeah, it's great for us. Looking at the table here, I think the standout club for me is Groningen in 4th, 8 points. They got a draw the other day. They've done really well. I think they've looked good. Leandro Bacuna has probably been their standout player. And then looking at it, anyone else? I think Feyenoord down in 8th. I just love to see it. As I said, their last game was cancelled because it was against us. And then at the bottom of the table, we've got Valvik, played for, -10 goal difference, 0 points.
conceded 12 goals.
Minus 10
Yeah, I genuinely can't.
after 4 games.
Yeah, I genuinely can't see them winning a game this season.
Holy
Winning a
crap.
game.
No.
Winning a game.
I'm serious.
One game.
I'm serious. I can't see them winning one game. I can see
Oh.
them getting maybe a couple of draws,
Worse than Derby County.
but that's it.
Well, wow.
No, I actually think it's going to be pretty poor for them. Even AZ Alkmaar in second, and then Utrecht on third in 10 points each. Both pretty good. They both look pretty good.
AZ have always been pretty solid.
AZ have been good, but it's just towards the end of the season they always nearly fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the team so far I've been kind of most disappointed with is Heerenveen,
Right.
10th, 4 points. They won their last game 4-0, but they just haven't looked good. They just, I don't know what's happened to them, but they've always been in the Eredivisie, but for
It's
some
just
reason...
such a mid-table side.
Yeah.
I keep my eye out for them, but they're just...
It's a name that you'll know,
Yeah.
but
It's
like,
like
there's
Fulham.
nothing, yeah.
Well, I mean, they get relegated all the time. Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing for me is these last set of matches. So 2 weeks ago, we had about 7 or 8 red cards across all the games in the league.
Right.
This week, we had nothing. No red cards in any of the games.
That's interesting.
So I don't know how we've gone from like just abusing everybody and getting
Yeah.
so many reds and then having absolutely nothing. And our league's a bit messed up at the moment because some teams are on 4, some teams are on 3, and some teams are on 2. So it's like, I don't really know how that's happened, but the international break is come at a bit of a weird time because
Yeah.
normally you'll get everyone at least having played the same amount of games, maybe one less. Having Ajax on 2 games and then you know,
At least you
a couple
haven't
on
lost.
3.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're unbeaten.
And like I say, if
No,
you
we
win-
have. Sorry, we
No,
lost.
but you haven't lost those extra 2 games yet.
Yeah,
Yet.
if you, yeah.
Keyword, yeah.
If you win those games and you're 9 points, like just off the top 4, like it's
Winning the 2 games will send us to 12th, which will be top of the league alongside PSV. But that's hoping PSV don't win. I think one of our next games might be PSV.
Yeah, 9 plus
So-
3 is 12.
hang on, bear with me.
And
I did the
um,
maths. It was like
I think
3 plus. So you did 3 points. So 3 plus 6 is 9.
What are you on about?
Well,
So you can take you up to 4
I was
games.
saying 3 games. As a,
Oh no, I was talking about like
yeah, no, I'm saying our next 3 games.
Oh,
we
I
won,
just
'cause
meant
then
you win
we'd
your
be
games in
equal on. Oh no, yeah.
if you win your games in hand.
Games in
you're
hand will
fourth,
put up to 4th.
which is
but-
yeah, you're not out of it yet.
No.
No, but I think the issue with me is that
Yawn, sorry.
we. Mate, that was me at the beginning. I don't know why. I just suddenly got so tired.
honestly,
we've
I-
been in the
I-
studio for a friggin' long time.
I fell
been up
asleep on
since
the
5.
train.
Yeah.
I've never done that before in my life.
I think the issue for me is I don't think we're gonna do anything. We've sold Bergwijn. Yes, he wasn't a standout player.
He's lost
Where
a
did he
spot
go?
in the
But
Dutch side, right?
He's gone to,
gone to Saudi,
Saudi now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
he's lost a spot in the Dutch side, hasn't he?
Yeah,
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 Koeman
yeah.
came
So
out and said
Koeman
that, yeah.
said he ain't never playing for the team again, which fair enough. But at the same time, he brought Wijnaldum, as you mentioned
Yes.
before.
Brought Wijnaldum at the
So,
Euros.
The
Right.
thing is, I actually just don't think that Bergwijn brings anything for the Dutch team.
He's not.
Honestly,
that.
for me, I
No.
think Kakpo is better. I think Depay is probably better, brings more. When I watched him play, he just didn't show that he actually cared. It looked like at Tottenham, he was a bit hit and miss. I think as soon as he came to Ajax, he was kind of like, well, look, I'm the best player in this very young team. I think the issue I've got with that is that it's just he doesn't do anything. You know, we haven't played games, but our Europa League, for example, Chuba Akpom scored a hat-trick. The fact that he's even our starting striker over Bergwijn,
Yeah.
that kind of says it all.
Yeah.
And we've got Huntelaar now, so not Huntelaar, sorry,
Weghorst.
Weghorst. So hopefully Weghorst can actually help us challenge. But I do think PSV are going to run away with this.
Two things for you. How's the new manager?
It's
People positive?
yeah, I
So I
think
thought he was good at Nice.
he was. I think we're still waiting to see how the Eredivisie is going to go because I think that's one thing. You know,
Yeah.
the Europa League game we should have gone through. Like, we expected to do that. The game against PAOK, was it PAOK? I want to say no, Panathinaikos.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Panathinaikos went 13-14 on penalties.
Oh, yeah, and the 40-year-old
40-year-old bus there.
Yeah.
Our keeper making 5 saves, and our striker Brobbey missing both penalties.
Nice.
That kind of says it all. But no, I do think the football he got us playing in those games specifically was very good. I think he will be interesting. As I said, I think PSV will run away with the league.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it just seemed like they've just got the best squad and they're going to win the league easily, to be honest.
Right. Yeah.
There's just no question about it.
Yeah.
The only team that could stop them I would hopefully say Ajax. That's only if we get into form and continue playing at a high level, because we are missing out quite a lot.
So just a lack of investment, because like I think I've seen you sell players that realistically you didn't need to, like you didn't need to sell Haller.
No,
really.
No, I think same with Mazraoui when he left. Didn't need to get rid of him.
No. Dest.
Yeah.
Went too soon.
Yeah, I think the main issue with Ajax is that we rely on youth, but then when youth comes up to the first team, you get a star like Juro Hartel. But then you get players like Voss, for example, who we've just sold. Yes, I don't want to see him go, but realistically, is he going to be a player that will win us the league? I don't think so. Whereas like that 2019 team, maybe that team was just like, even from the academy, was just genuinely brilliant quality. And I think it's it's a golden generation.
Yeah.
Whereas you can't get that every single. Yes, you can bring quality players, but you've got to invest.
And that's the issue with
and that's what we're not doing.
In general, at the moment, is that golden generation has unfortunately passed a little bit, and
now we need to invest in order to, looking at, for example, let's take PSV. Yes, they've got a core Dutch, but their best player at the moment is Lozano, who's Mexican.
Bringing him back was
incredible.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Same with a couple of other sides. We've got a couple of Japanese players. Just looking at outside of Holland, because I think a lot of Holland follows the same football, same structure.
Yeah.
Bringing somebody different, like going to Brazil and getting somebody, it just brings something different. Look at when David Neres came.
Yeah.
Anthony as well, when he was at Ajax, absolutely incredible. I think that's the issue we have. I think that's a lot of Dutch football as well. I think until we see that change, it's just we're missing that key throughout the whole of the Eredivisie. I think it's just predominantly Dutch league.
That was the same with Italian football as well. Like Italian
predominantly
football changed when foreign players started going a bit more.
I think that's the only way the Eredivisie will push up to being better than Portuguese league, I think.
Fuck off. Anyway,
let's.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying I think if we did that, we'd push up better than you.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying. Obviously,
no, I think you will as well.
You're both kind of up there, and the fact that you're obviously better than Liga says a lot. Let's move on.
They're both just 3 league teams. 3 team leagues. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
so
not this season, bro.
Not this.
No, same with us. Mate, we're getting
not this year.
Yeah, and he's wearing a Benfica shirt. And he's got a Porto shirt behind him.
I want to see Porto versus PSV. See who wins it.
Ooh, probably.
Sorry, not Porto. Sorry, Sporting.
I'd say Sporting.
I don't know.
I think PSV.
Oh, Gyokeres, Gonçalves.
PSV have scored about 12 in the last 3 games.
Some dog teams.
We need to get a friendly going.
Sporting. Shush.
Right, let's move on. Obviously, we'll try and organise that friendly, but I don't know if the teams would agree.
It's not going to be friendly. It's not going to be friendly.
It's going to be
I don't
aggressive.
reckon that's going to happen.
Sorry, how the hell are you going to do that?
Actually, that's a good point. Yes.
I don't like PSV. I'm not going there.
Oh, yeah, good point.
And let's be honest, I can't speak Portuguese.
I can.
We can Google Translate.
Merciful there.
Let's finally move on. We have got to do the quiz, and before we do that, we've got to do players of the week.
Oh
Your mic. It's
What?
blocking your face.
Is it? Oh. I think this is quite cool. I like the fact that
No,
it's
it's not cool.
The fact that I can't even see this camera 3's in the way, so I
I
can't
love
even
that
see him.
after a year of podcasting, Henry likes to try new things sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I like to experiment,
Well, experiment failed.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, then. Jesus Christ. Get off my show. Get off my show.
In the nicest way possible.
He can stay.
Right. Shall we get going?
Yeah, let's talk about. First of all, we've got our goalkeepers. So,
Yeah.
everyone got a goalkeeping candidate ready to go?
I do.
Yes. We should probably go through this quite
Yeah,
quickly.
well, fuck you, lot. I'm going first. I'm going to put forward Kamil Grabra, who is a Polish goalkeeper playing for Wolfsburg.
Former Liverpool man. Yes,
2-0 win at Holster Kiel this week. 5 saves, 18 passes out from the back, 11 accurate long balls, and a penalty saved.
Ooh.
Which adds that little bit of
that
spice to his game.
Mm-hmm.
So a penalty save, five saves, and a clean sheet. Very solid win for Wolfsburg.
Who's next?
Perfect.
Someone else go next.
We'll just go random. We'll go round.
All right. I've gone for.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realise.
No,
Sorry.
it's cool. Don't worry.
Genuinely didn't
we'll go
realise.
anywhere.
No, he's not ready, so you go.
All right. I got Antonio Silveira from Deportivo Alaves. They played 2-0 at home against Las Palmas. He made 6 saves.
Ooh.
And
Anything? Any penalties though?
No penalties. So I would put yours ahead as soon as you said penalties.
It's like,
yeah.
So otherwise, he would have had it 6 saves.
Six saves. It's impressive. Yeah.
So I've gone for. So I'm just gonna get. I have it here. I just wanted to check something. So I have gone for Robin Droves, who's a 21-year-old goalkeeper at Nekbreder. No, not NAC. Sorry, NEC. 21 years old. Come in for an injured goalkeeper. Played 3 games in the league, 6 saves, average of 7.3, and in
per game or.
I think roughly. Let me have a look.
Yeah.
In the last 3 games, 10 saves overall.
Okay, so 3 and a bit per game.
Yeah. So
okay, cool. Yeah.
was what against their last game? NEC won 3-0 against Fortuna Sittard away from home. He faced 14 shots and saved, I think, 5 of them.
Nice.
So had a pretty good game.
Solid game.
Yeah.
21 as well. 21,
Yeah, I was going to say, for 21 for your first time in the Eredivisie.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Not bad. Really good. Isaac, you ready?
Yeah, I'm going with. He didn't face many shots, but I think the fact that Di Gregorio at Juventus, who was brought in kind of last minute panic after Szczesny just went, I'm retiring. I don't know if anyone saw the whole thing about the fact that he did this the day of the Oasis announcement, and the fact that his children are called Liam and Noella.
Yes.
Oh, I used to like him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So he
No.
was binned it off, and then Juve went, and brought in Monza's goalkeeper on loan.
I'm pretty sure that he was bought before Szczesny decided to retire. I'm pretty sure
There was maybe some discussions.
I think he'd already come in, and then Szczesny went. Then they went, Szczesny, you've got to go.
This guy,
But
nothing special. Monza last year, fine goalkeeper. 3 clean sheets in 3 matches.
Yeah.
Has not
Pretty
conceded
good.
a single goal so far. So I think for someone who has really not had that big of a career so far, going to realistically the biggest club in Italy and nailing it down,
Doing well. Yeah.
How many saves has he got in the last couple of games, just out of interest? Because obviously we covered the first game in the first week.
He's actually only faced 2 shots.
Oh wow!
In 3 matches.
Oh lord!
Well, Juve
100% save percentage.
Well, something.
Oh well, yeah. Well, Juve's defence is cracked. So.
5 high claims.
Bremer is very good.
And
Cambiasso when he plays left back and not fucking right wing, which is stupid.
True.
yeah, and pretty decent passing.
Yeah.
Nothing insane. 82% pass accuracy.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Tom, you finally ready?
Yep, I'm going with Bruno Speed to my microphone. I'm going with Bruno Varela for Vitória de Guimarães.
Every
2 clean sheets.
Clean sheets?
No, one clean sheet, but 1 goal conceded. But that was against Funacao. Was it? No. Funacao. They won 2-1. He made 3 saves. Yep, saved 3. Expected goals that they to be saved was 0.91, which is not bad. And then also in the other game, he also kept a clean sheet in a 4-0 win against. That's not the wrong one. That's Conference League. That's my bad. Okay. You know what? Sack it off. It's the Sporting keeper.
He does that every time. He has one and tries to change it.
Because I keep on trying to find someone who's actually interested.
Okay.
I would actually like to change my nominee because considering I didn't realise until this point that the Juve keeper has only made 2 saves all season.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Despite keeping 3 clean sheets. The Udinese keeper, Maduka Okoye, who we were talking about Como earlier, I think they've got better things to come because I didn't look at the stats of this match. They had 21 shots.
Lord.
Yeah, and
Fuck
4
me.
shots on target against Udinese.
That's poor
And-
though. 21 shots and 4 on target is awful.
Yeah, that's poor,
That's
but
awful.
that's something that can be fixed.
That's-
Like, getting the shots in the first place is like...
It's Catrone and
You know.
Bellotti, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
Look at the strike partnership. No one.
But
I
they're
already
getting
know
chances.
I already know Alberto Moreno had about 2-3 long shots.
Halfway line just tries it.
But yeah, not a particularly
Pepe
strong
Reina from goal,
Udinese side, but they're doing pretty well, and a lot of that seems to be because of him. They won against
How old is
Lazio.
he?
They won against Lazio while down to 10 men. So
Wow.
I feel like I've heard the name before. Is he one of the
Okoye, he's
kids?
25.
Oh, I thought it was you. I thought it was the one
Where
kid.
else has he played?
You know the name?
He was at
No.
Watford.
Oh,
Did
that's,
you
Did you
that's
say
why
he's
I know the name.
Udinese?
2 matches for Watford. Yeah, he's Udinese.
Right, yeah, no wonder. That's a surprise now.
Yeah.
So if Watford get promoted to the Premier League, I can guarantee he will be their starting keeper.
But they will not do
Um,
that.
Udinese have a Brazilian guy as well who's on loan from. He's a
Wallace?
winger. Mateus Martins.
Oh.
Winger from. I'm pretty sure from Watford as well. On loan. I might be going crazy, but
I'm not surprised if this is true, but I
I'm
don't- I
pretty
can't
sure
think
they've
of
got Mateus Martins, who's a
Right.
winger from Watford on loan at Udinese as well.
Mhm.
Damn, that doesn't surprise
Which
me.
is, yeah.
They have everybody. Everybody they have belongs to Udinese and is on loan at Watford, or just belongs to Watford and is on loan
Yeah,
at
they just
Udinese.
have
Yeah.
a
They
connection
just swap
together.
teams basically.
Right. Is that everyone's
yeah.
nominees
Who
then?
are you
Yeah.
voting for?
I'm voting for your guy.
Thank you.
So that's
Yeah.
one.
Probably, yeah.
There
A
we
point
go.
to me, yeah, because I've got the
Didn't
quiz
get
this
one
week,
last
so-
week. On
Yeah.
this, so there you go.
Cool. I'm going to quickly get the leaderboard up so I don't keep forgetting. So I'm going to take a point in August for a goalkeeper.
Happy days.
I
by the
think it's
way,
also quality of league comes into, like, in this, quality of league comes into, like, you know, when you're playing a player like Bayern Munich, if you have a brilliant game, cool.
Mm.
But if you're playing, like, you know, a lot of the other leagues, you play, like, smaller teams, the
Yeah.
the quality of goalkeepers are going to be less.
Oh, yeah, of course
Yeah.
it is.
just to clarify, we have given Dan another point because obviously he's
Yeah.
1 point for this week because he's obviously not
Not
here.
here.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is going to be the standard going forward.
My point's not contributing
Yeah,
to
when
him.
does points contribute?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good point. No, I take his
Yeah.
point away. Bear with me.
No, because last week he just wasn't.
Right.
We gave one set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it wouldn't have been fair, but then it's actually about
Well,
a point
technically,
now.
I covered my own points, but yeah. So guest comes in, we take away his point.
So who's next?
Defenders.
Defender side.
Defender time, people. Who have we gone for?
I've got one to start.
Yeah, go for it.
For another, and I think this is a good representation of goalkeepers and defenders, is when you've got 10 men and you still win.
Mm.
Yeah.
Not Mario Gaspar, Kielonda Gaspar at Lecce assisted the goal and won the match after they went down to 10 men at just before half time.
Damn.
And that was against Cagliari, who got 21 shots with 2 on target, and he got a number of. But a lot
Come
of that,
on, man. These strikers need work.
a lot of that is because of him. He blocks 2 shots.
Yeah,
so
fair.
that prevented shots and targets there. But yeah, no. All round, very very good game. Really good passing. Yeah. I'm not sure where he's. Yeah, no. Literally, it's his first year. He was in the Portuguese. Oh yeah, Portuguese top league for Estrela de Amadora.
They
last
got
season.
relegated last
That's
season.
right, yeah.
Oh no, they maybe got promoted last season.
They got promoted last
I think so.
Hey, do you even know your own league, lad?
season.
That's
good.
No.
Yeah, respect. Yeah,
Oh
go
no,
for it.
no,
silence
they
is
were in the
deafening.
top league.
Yeah, I just realised that actually.
So-
Maybe,
was
maybe
definitely-
nearly got relegated.
Yeah, I thought they almost got relegated.
Right. Who's next?
Me.
Go on.
It says a lot when your team loses for the first time in over a year and you're still the
Right.
best defender
I know
in the
Is it
league this
Grimaldo
season.
or
It's
Frimpong?
Grimaldo.
Right.
It was always going to be one of the two, of them,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
I was going to say.
Obviously, got the goal, was their best player. 61 accurate passes, 7 chances created, 3 shots on target, 106 touches, 8 of them in the opposition box, 2 successful dribbles, 7 accurate crosses, 4 passes into the final third, 6 accurate long balls, 9 corners, 2 of his 2 tackles, 3 recoveries, 5 over 8 ground duels, and didn't do anything aerially because he's a fucking wing back. But yeah, was their best player attacking,
Wow, that
the
sounds
best player
unreal.
defending.
Creating 7 chances in one game against Leipzig is pretty
Yeah,
impressive.
top team.
Yeah.
Didn't lose the game, but he was their bright spark and seemed to create most things.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I've kind of gone for a throwaway here.
Right.
Because there wasn't really anyone that really stood out. Because
Yeah.
this week specifically, we played 3 games. as in there were literally only 3 Eredivisie games this week.
Right.
Oh.
So I kind of had to just pick somebody. So I've just gone for a 21-year-old from Zwolle. Played in his last game, 87% pass accuracy, 4 blocks. What was it here? Did get an assist, to be fair, but as I said, there was only 3 games played, so I couldn't really pick anybody. And the other 2 games, one was a 0-0, and the other one was a 1-1. So I'd just say this guy.
Yeah. Well, you got to play the hands you're dealt. Obviously, like
I didn't actually say his name. Sorry, Selma McNulty.
With a mentality, you got to go into it and try and sell this thing. Like.
Yeah, no, the thing is, because there was only 3 games.
Yeah, if you know it's a throwaway,
like,
then it's a little
I
bit.
kind of have to just throw him away. Like, there's not really much else I can do.
I'm going to try and. I'm not going to sell you a dream. I'm going to sell you a Diamonde. Usman Diamonde.
Should have seen this coming, shouldn't we?
Two clean sheets. I'll go through the Porto stats first. 4 clearances, 3 headed clearances, 2 interceptions, 5 recoveries. Obviously, he kept a nice clean sheet. He was the best 7.6 rating on that one. Also got 7.6 rating in the other game.
Yeah.
In the 5-0. Again, super solid. 1 block, 5 clearances, 3 headed clearances, 1 interception, 6 recoveries. So he's averaging 5.5 recoveries a game. He's just a beast. Like literally, no one seems to be able to get past. And he's in the centre of a back 3. His passing as well has been really good.
Do you have the dribble pass numbers there at all? Do we know how many times people manage to get past it?
Passes.
Probably pretty few, I can guess.
Well, yeah.
Because when Van Dijk didn't get dribbled past for an entire season.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shows the levels.
But he said he had 8 out of 9 accurate long balls in the 5-0.
Smacking.
Had a big chance as well.
Right.
And the Porto game, he had a lot less to do. Had 4 shots touched in the opposition box, 5 passes in the final third. He obviously had a lot more of a cosh, but defensively he was just
solid.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fair.
Who's left?
Me.
Go for
Jules
it.
Koundé. Scored in the 7-0 win. Solid game at right back. Locked down the left winger. The left, I think his name was Mar. Did absolutely nothing the whole game. Took his goal quite well. And just overall, solid win. 7-0's not a bad scoreline, is it? To be fair.
Yeah, got to be pretty solid for that.
Yeah, but you know what you're going to get with Koundé. He's not going to be someone who's going to be creating opportunities.
Was he playing centre back or
right back?
Oh, fair enough.
I always thought he was better as centre back, but
So he's
clearly
playing right back. So he's not always someone who's going to burst forward up the pitch. He'll sit back. If they let the left back go forward, potentially he'll slide into a back 3. He's a solid player. You know.
Guarantee it was a corner. He must have scored from a corner. I can't see anything. Would have been a corner.
Yeah.
Or one like freak shot from outside the box. or something
you know
like
what
that.
Pavard did at the World Cup.
That's what I mean. A freak shot from outside the box. But he's not Pavard.
No,
he can't hit a ball like that. He cannot. You're telling me now, Jules Koundé cannot hit a ball like that. I'm telling you.
Right.
Who we picking?
I'm voting for myself.
Can't vote for
Can't vote for himself. Come on now.
Koundé.
They didn't need him to get that 7-0 though, you know.
I know, but
It's against a team that really... That's the thing, your
Come
guy
on,
did
guys,
nothing.
vote for Nacho.
But I think the reason is because they did end up losing the game. And it's like, well, they didn't really need the goal anyway because they lost the game. That's my point.
I don't think him because they didn't win.
Right.
That's a fucking
I think that's because also as a defender, you did end up losing the game.
How about a defender who won the match for the team and stopped them from losing it even down to 10 man for a small start?
To be fair.
But we are also talking about 2 clean sheets.
Yeah, to be fair,
it's true.
Fair enough.
It's true.
Personally, I would say it's between.
Oh, fuck off! Give it to him.
Right.
Give it to him.
I think because you won the game.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, I would have gone for Grimaldo, but
no, realistically, because he won the game, I'd say He's just out of hatred.
You're just being a dick.
Yeah, fair.
Right.
He's out of hatred. Yeah, fair enough. So we'll go.
Basically, it should have been out of these 3.
That's why I was going to say Koundé, but realistically, yeah. Cool.
So
Isaac got points.
Serie A.
Dan gets his point back. Yeah, you've given Dan a lifeline there.
Alright.
John Calabas.
How many?
Well, let's go through it. Shall we go? Porto. He got a rating of 8.4. Only Gyokeres is 0.2 higher than him.
Yeah.
He played the full 90. He created 9 chances, which is a lot.
9 chances.
Created 9 chances.
Not bad, is it?
Oh, they need to sell that Gyokeres. He's holding them back.
Finish it.
I think I could go up front in that team and get 7 goals. No,
Yeah.
no.
I can't lie.
He won 4 duels. It's the 9 chances for me. That's just
insane.
it's
a lot.
Is there even any point in any
and
of this?
obviously,
That's
yes,
crazy.
he didn't contribute to the goals and assists, but I don't think that matters when you're putting it on a plate like that.
Right.
And then in the 5-0, he where is he? He got a 7.7, so it's not as good. I
Right.
know. But good to get subbed off. How many chances did he create in this one? Only 6.
Only.
Only 6.
What,
Fair
is he playing in midfield or is he playing as a
He's playing as a
winger?
winger.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
I wasn't sure which to put.
Yeah,
My
right,
attacking pick is a winger, but I was like, I could put him in the
5
midfield.
passes in the final third, 12 touches in the possession.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
sounds like he had an okay couple games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good. It's pretty.
God, please
It's
tell me someone's
just-
got someone better than that.
I know he didn't get goals and assists, but you've got to look at the creative.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
gonna.
That's true. You going
I think for me, the reason Groningen is so good, I think I'm just going to pick out Leandro Bacuna,
Fair.
Curacao player. But in the last week's game, scored 2, and 81.9 pass accuracy, and then the game this week got 2 assists.
Yeah.
Both of them helping the team. I think one was to a draw, came off the bench, got 2 assists, ended up drawing 2-2. And the other
I
one,
forgot to mention that he got man of the match, I think, in the Porto game.
Right.
fair enough.
Any goals and assists?
But still man of the match.
So the first game of so 2 weeks ago they were losing 1-0, came on, scored 2, 1-2-1.
Brilliant.
Last game, losing 1-0, assisted 2, 1-2-1.
Changed the game.
90% pass accuracy overall. 2 games, 6 aerial draws, 1. His XG's outscored, it's on 1.5. And then defensively, 2.5 clearances, dribbled past once.
Crazy.
Been pretty good defensively.
Doesn't sound.
and offensively.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad.
So, so currently you've got my vote. We'll see if anyone can beat it.
Rafinha.
Oh, he scored outside the box.
Yeah,
Free
that's
goal.
not bad.
Wingers in midfield. Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
sorry.
No, so what we're doing is we're kind
That's
of doing
what we did
between.
last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're kind of doing
Maybe
between.
decide.
maybe we
Because
should-
my
yeah.
striker is a winger.
Okay.
Because I
Yeah.
picked an actual traditional midfielder this week. But
Right.
last week I picked a winger, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
No, you're not
Have
changing
you found
it.
someone better
Yeah,
now?
and he's actually a midfielder as well.
Right.
You're not
okay.
changing it.
Well,
No.
The name?
Salazar.
We're not changing it.
Why not?
Because every single fucking time you're going to change it.
Yeah.
I found
No,
someone.
we've got to stop this. We're not
Right,
We're not,
okay.
2 goals, 2 goals and an assist.
Yeah.
9.2 in the last game, 8.4 in the game before that.
let me put it this way. I
Pick
don't-
these guys earlier.
Hang on.
Get it, man.
Let
Do your
me
research.
put it this way. You can put him in, but I'm not voting for you anyway. So
Right. Okay.
It's bullshit, isn't it?
Right.
Go on.
No, it's what you
Rafinha
said.
got a match rating of 9.8. He got 3 goals, 1 assist, created 3 chances, had a total of 6 shots, 5 out of 5 on target. And yeah, I mean,
and that's in one game.
that's in one game.
Yeah, that's in one
it
game.
was all just an incredible match from Rafinha.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got my vote
Is
for
it
now.
worth you doing yours?
It's not, but I want to give him.
Give it a
his
go
props
anyway. Yeah.
I love giving an ex-City player their flowers.
Oh, fuck's sake.
City Academy, Adrian Benabe at
Oh,
I do
at
remember the name.
Parma,
I do remember the name.
who they beat AC Milan 2-1.
That's not bad.
That's
Big
good.
scalp.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he did win man of the match for it. No goals or assists, no chances created even. He was playing it as a DM, but 8 recoveries, which is
Impressive.
That's the reason you've won the
very,
game,
very
really.
impressive. And yeah, playing, like, not getting a goal and assist and still getting the man of the match in a massive win against AC Milan. He's not going to get voted as the player here, but I just want to give him
Just
some
wanted to give him
props.
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 It's a
And
proper
Yeah.
shift.
And it's a shame because I really, really liked him at City, but he came through at the time that Rodri was coming through. And it was
yeah,
sort
you
of
know-
like, Rodri was like 22, he was like 17, and it was like,
Oh,
why are
fair.
we gonna, like, we've got
Yeah.
a youth player who
Yeah.
is gonna be elite, so why would we?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
yeah, just a
Fair
shame, but
enough.
yeah. Yeah, doing
Cool.
well.
Final up, I've gone with an actual DM as well. His name is Maximilian Arnold. You
Oh
might
my
know the
God,
name.
yeah, Crystal Palace.
Yeah, and obviously now at Wolfsberger.
That man
Solid.
looks about 45 years old.
No, so this is the thing, right? So when he was young, he looked like really young, and then suddenly it's just like looked so much older.
Yeah, I don't remember him when he was younger, to be fair. But got a goal and an assist in a 2-0 win against Holstein. Obviously, the goalkeeper did very well in that game as well. So it was obviously like it was an open game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the goalkeeper wouldn't have had that many
Yeah.
saves to make. 26 out of 32 accurate passes, 2 chances created, a shot on target, 6 passes into the final third, 2 crosses, 4 corners, 2 out of 3 tackles, a block, 2 clearances, 5 recoveries, and was only dribbled past once.
Yeah.
So as DM, pretty solid.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Yeah. That's him now.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
This man is 30. Just 30.
Right.
Sprightly.
Old.
Maybe he'll grow
But
into
I
it.
see what you mean about this was him like maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh
like
my
he looks about 18.
In like
so
5 years, it's changed completely.
Right.
Yeah. So, we're not voting for you. I say Rafinha.
Gonçalves Chavez nearly had my vote.
I think it's between us three again.
Yeah.
I know. I think Rafinha is just ridiculous.
It has to be Rafinha.
I think the area can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 goals is crazy.
3 goals and
plus the
assists in one
assist.
game.
In a
If
game.
Goncalves had scored or assisted, I think that would have
Yeah.
Could have. Yeah.
elevated it.
Yeah.
I think the same with Bacuna. I think
Definitely.
if he'd like, I don't know. I think if he started, would have had more time, better stats.
Yeah.
Also, over the last 3 years, I've probably put about £350 million in Football Manager into transferring Gonçalves into my team, and he's never worked.
Yeah,
Got
Gonçalves
amazing
is-
stats,
Yeah.
never performed.
Oh, no, he did get an assist.
So I'm
Oh,
a
did he?
bit
He
salty.
assisted the second goal against Porto.
Right.
Still not
Ah.
someone, unfortunately.
I think I'm-
Wait. Let me
I
just
think-
Oh, he says check it again.
double check it. I've got to double check.
Right.
I'm gonna go Rafinha.
I'm going Rafinha.
Okay.
I think Rafinha's won it.
I'm going to go Rafinha.
Really?
Right, there you go. That's fair.
Hang on one
Done.
sec, boys. I've made a mistake. Bear with me just 1 second.
What have we got for strikers anyway?
While we're doing that, then I'm gonna give a quick shout out
Gyokeres.
to. I'm gonna give a quick shout out
Oh, yeah.
to
Forgot about him.
Gyokeres,
Yeah.
the striker for NEC, because of the goal he scored that I showed you guys earlier.
Right.
The half volley was just ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah. That was a brilliant goal.
Oh, literally just joined the club. He joined on deadline day. That was his first goal,
Yeah.
and
It's not a bad
what a
first goal.
good goal, really.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
Who's
I'm
that
gonna.
going
We all good?
I'll go
Yeah,
last.
so I'll go with Herving Lozano. 2
Nice.
games, 4 goals, 1 assist.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, can't really say anything. He scored in the 7-1 and then scored a hat-trick.
Wow.
89% pass accuracy. Defensively, he's actually been pretty good as well. And then, yeah, key passes 2. Yeah, and then I think his XG is 2.4, and he's got 4 goals out of that.
It's not bad.
Not
So,
bad.
kind of says it all.
Yeah.
He's kind of the reason why they're
Why they're doing so good.
running the league.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Definitely.
Cool. I'm going to go next then, because I'm ready and I can. I spoke earlier about a team losing for the first time in over a year, and the reason why they lost for the first time in over a year is because Lois Openda is just unstoppable. 2 goals, 2 chances created, 1 big chance, 2 goals from 2 shots on target. Won the game, beat a team that's not been beaten in a year. Put you like into a title race. 2 out of 2 wins. This guy is their best player.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Fair enough.
I've gone with
I'm not even sure to pronounce that.
you kind of have to fudge it a bit and it comes out right.
Yeah.
Last match didn't get any goals or assists as Napoli beat Parma, but he played very, very well. 4 chances created, 1 big chance created, 4 shots on target, 4 shots off target, 4 blocked shots. Very, very consistent there. But it was not the match before that where they. Oh wait. No, it was the match before that. They got a goal and an assist, and it was. Boy, was it an assist in a 3-0 win against Bologna.
Mm.
Just he is just such a to get those, and that was actually a less productive match. 3 chances created, 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target. But everything he did was golden in that match. 5 successful dribbles, 6 touches in the opposition box. Like, he was a lot more withdrawn, but what he did was just so productive. And he's just one of those. Obviously, he got the stats a couple of years ago, but he's such an eye test player. Like, he is just
Yeah.
No. And I think those lack of stats is gonna hold him back from getting a big move, but he deserves it and he deserves to play. I can see him at City.
Down the line.
Very definitely see him at City as that sort of like, he's a bit Grealish in that sense, is that he is so important. Isn't always integral, but is so important to how they play.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, that's my case for. The other option was Thuram because he got 2 goals, but that's boring.
Yeah. Well, I've gone boring, and I've gone for Mbappe because he scored 2 goals. So, Mbappe scored 2 goals. Guess how many shots he had in this game?
2.
9.
9.
That was close.
9 shots.
That's poor though.
He can't get in for
That's
that.
poor conversion rate. If he hadn't said that, I'd be fine.
Real Betis.
Okay.
That's a
So
poor conversion rate.
That's
How many of them
okay.
were on target?
Right, so 5 of them were blocked.
Right.
That's poor. That's just him shooting for the sake
He had
of it.
4. He had 4 shots that were actually got past, and 3 of them went on target. So he scored 2 of the 3 shots on goal. Got his first goals. I'm not expected to win this one, but Kylian Mbappe. I mean, the only other option really was Lewandowski, and he got a goal and an assist for the 7-0, and I thought he's not going to win that. So
Okay, cool.
It's a 7-0 drubbing.
yeah.
Jamie?
He's done his.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
who are we voting for?
No,
it's
No,
not.
we've not done Tom's yet.
We've got one more.
So in the game before last, Gyokeres got a rating of 9.7. Outperformed his XG with 3 goals, making a hat trick, which is XG being 2.52. He created 2 chances. He had 8 total shots, 2 blocked, 2 off target, 4 on target. So pretty good,
not bad,
pretty
that.
lethal.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
What
And
is
then
he?
in the second game, he got an 8.6 rating. Again, got man of the match. Scored a goal. Slightly underperformed his XG of 1.63. Created 1 chance. Won a penalty as well, which he then
What
converted as
steroids
well.
is this guy on?
He's nuts. You might as well just take my vote
This guy's
now.
just playing FIFA. to be honest. This guy's just in FIFA.
But-
What the hell?
Yeah, he's just.
My player.
He only had 9 touches in the opposition box. Still scored in that game as well.
That's quite enough.
Just he's that type of player where you just
Yeah.
once he gets the ball, it goes in the net.
That's crazy.
Right.
Do they train defenders in Scandinavia? Like,
Scandinavia?
they just pull out
All these strikers.
the
Yeah.
most insane strikers
Yeah,
in the
to be
world.
fair, when I went to the
2, but
no, to be fair, when I went to the Bromby game in Denmark,
Just realised
we had a
what
strong.
podcast is.
Yeah.
You're not backing your boy? You're
No,
not backing
same.
Hoyland?
oh yeah, sorry, 3.
No, to be fair, right, when I
Hoyland.
when I went to Denmark, I went to watch a Bromby match,
Come on.
and they won 6-0, and the striker scored 5 of them, and had 5 touches all game. That was it.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Who are we voting?
Gyokeres.
I wanted to
Simple
say
as that.
I wanted to say Lozano because it's ridiculous, but 4 goals in 2 games.
Well,
but
that's just. Yeah.
it's just unfortunately.
Oh, he's angry.
I'm voting for him just because I don't want you to win.
But I've already won.
Well, he's won already.
Yeah.
Because I voted for him.
He
so
already won. He already won.
physically can't do that.
It's quiz time.
It is, and it's my week
Boards.
this week.
Oh yeah, where are the boards?
Where have they gone?
That was a good. That's a good
Mate,
start.
I literally gave them to everyone. Where have we put them?
The pens are up there,
What? No, I handed them out.
but we've not.
I literally handed them out.
got the boards.
Some questions for the boys. 3 points up for grabs. 3 questions. Pretty simple.
Wait, is this being recorded? Just checking.
Cool.
Right, cool. Holly, yeah, you know what to do. Yeah, we will be quick. Don't you worry. First question. How many goals did Harry Kane score in his first Der Klassiker? And I have options: 5, 1, 2, or 3.
Remind me, Der Klassiker is Bayern.
Bayern Dortmund.
Dortmund, right.
Yeah.
What are the options?
5, 1, 2, or 3. Say it and then write it on the board. Right? If I can't write.
Show it to the
3,
camera.
2, 1. Who's got
Oh God, why am I holding it this way?
1, 2, 2. None of you got it right. It was 3.
Oh,
Really? He's got a hat
He's
trick.
got a hat
Yeah,
trick.
he's got a hat trick.
I never
Yeah,
knew
he
that.
did.
Oh, that was not publicised.
What classical record does Kingsley Coman hold? Fastest goal by a substitute, most shots in a game, most appearances without defeat, or most penalties earned?
Oh, I don't know.
Ready?
Does anyone actually like have a
3,
knowledge
2, 1.
I put A.
What, the first one?
Yeah.
Fastest goal.
Mm-hmm.
Appearances without defeat.
Appearances, and you were what?
I went for the penalty one.
Penalty one. Okay, so 2 of you got points. So Isaac.
Appearances.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I
I knew he did it with the league.
No,
with, like the,
I
league
knew it was-
titles, but I
It
don't
just seemed
know.
like a stupid stat because it was like, he hadn't ever watched a league title. I was like, what kind of stupid stat would sound like?
I'm getting pen all over my hand again.
Okay. And the third and final question: who is the youngest goal scorer in Der Klassiker at age 17? Is it Matthias Tell, Yusufa Mokoku, Jamal Musiala, or Nuri Sahin?
Right.
Three, two, one. Makoku.
Lukaku.
So 3 of you got points.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was Mokoku.
Mokoku.
So
Yes.
Oh, Jamie wins.
Woohoo!
Jamie
Bonus
wins.
yes, so we get 1 point for Isaac.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
Total.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think I know. Okay, yeah. So yeah, 1 point for Dan. Sorry,
Right.
Get that right because I've got Isaac down here. I haven't changed the names on here yet. 1 point for you. 1 point for you.
For the quiz.
Yeah, for the quiz. 2 or 1 point? I forget.
One for the quiz,
1 for the quiz. One for
One,
the
one,
quiz.
1, 2.
Sorry, I'm bad at
and
numbers.
then Jamie got 2.
Yeah, man.
And then Jamie got 2 for the quiz.
Yeah.
We need to do this after the podcast
Yeah.
in the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
So we just cut this part.
Yep.
Please.
Just
Well-
they can stare at us. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even
Cool.
on the microphone,
So- I believe everyone's on level points for this week.
Oh,
I
wonderful.
think. Yeah, everyone's on 2 points apart from me who's on 1.
Right.
Punishment
So-
time for.
We don't do weekly punishment anymore. It's monthly.
Yeah.
But I
So-
thought you were really desperate to get into.
But the other
Yes.
thing, monthly, but if you're here in somebody's place, you take their
you,
punishment.
Right.
yeah, you provide points for Dan this week. So
I'm actually very lucky because I'm owed about 3 punishments from last year, but
Oh, fair.
they're null and void now. So.
yeah. So last month, we're not doing a punishment last month because it was only 1 week, but we are doing winners. So obviously me and Lloyd won last month. Woo to us.
Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you all very much for watching. If you want to drop us a like and a follow and leave us some kind of comment as to what you thought of the episode, be awesome, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
This needs to be cut down like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to cut out basically just our top players.
A lot.
Who's editing this one? I feel bad.
Redo the intro. What point do we have to do?
Up until the start of the quiz.
It's start of the quiz.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll just go straight into it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do it. We'll,
Cool.
It's fine.